In the world of luxury hotels, it's funny. The difference between a 1-star and a 5-star review, it can all hinge on a single overlooked machine. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and see exactly what that is. Hello and a very warm welcome. I'm so pleased to be here with all of you, the students of Europe Hotel School, as you start this part of your online learning journey. What we're going to do is break down how AI is really shaking things up in hotel operations. And this isn't just theory. We're talking about real-world applications, the kind you'll be getting your hands on very, very soon. So let me ask you a question. When you think about a luxury hotel, this whole complex ecosystem, right? What do you think is the biggest threat to a 5-star review? Something that's just hiding in plain sight? It's probably not what you think. It's often not the service, not the food. It's something way more mechanical and, honestly, way more critical than most people ever realize. And yep, that brings us right to the humble elevator. It's so easy to just walk by it and think of it as, just a box that goes up and down. But in reality, it's one of the most visible, most crucial parts of the entire guest experience. It really sets the tone. I mean, really think about it for a second. In a big, high-rise hotel, if one elevator goes out of service, that's not just a small problem. It's a huge disruption. It's this immediate domino effect, right? It leads to long, long waits. Those long waits create frustrated guests. And we all know what happens next in our digital world. Frustrated guests go straight to the review sites, and those negative reviews can seriously damage a hotel's hard-earned reputation. So for decades, I mean literally decades, the way we've handled maintaining this incredibly important piece of equipment has been what I like to call the black box model. It's this system that, well, as you're about to see, is pretty much built on a foundation of pure risk. Okay, so this slide really lays it all out, the massive shift that's happening. On the left, you've got the old way. It's completely reactive. You're basically just waiting for the monthly technician to show up, or even worse, for a guest to complain that something's wrong. But now, look at the new way. It's all about being proactive. Instead of just waiting for it to break, you've got this 24/7 continuous monitoring that gives you alerts before something happens. The whole game is changing from reacting to problems to solving them before a guest even has a clue something was about to go wrong. So the big question is, how do we actually make that shift from reactive to proactive? Well, the answer lies in a really smart, AI-driven solution. It's called KONE 24/7 Connected Services. Now, this technology, it's a total game changer. It's setting a brand new standard for how hotels operate. So what is it? It's a cloud-based AI platform that literally connects the elevator's brain to the internet. And what that does is it allows for constant, non-stop monitoring. It takes that risky black box we were just talking about and turns it into something totally transparent, an asset that's just brimming with useful data. Okay, but how does this thing actually work? I mean, it sounds a little like magic, right? How does a system go from just collecting a bunch of data to pretty much predicting the future? Let's break that down. It all starts with an insane amount of data. We're talking over 200 different things being monitored in real time every single second. And this isn't just, is the elevator going up or down? No. We're talking about the tiniest details, the precise speed of the doors, how smooth the ride is, even the temperature of the main motor. Every single little detail is being captured. So here's the 5-step process that makes it all happen. First, it starts with sense. The AI is constantly watching those 200 plus parameters. Step 2 is compare. The AI in the cloud takes that data and compares it against this massive global database of millions of other elevators. Then, step 3, detect. This is where the magic happens. It spots what's called a risk signature, a tiny, almost invisible pattern that signals a future failure is on its way. That triggers step 4, alert. A technician is automatically sent out, and get this, the system often tells them exactly which part to bring. And finally, the best part, step 5, solve. The problem gets fixed before the hotel staff and, most importantly, before any guests even knew there was a problem to begin with. It's amazing. Okay, so the tech is obviously fascinating, right? But for you, as the next generation of hoteliers, the real question is, so what? What's the actual real-world impact on running a hotel? Well, the good news is the results aren't just theoretical, they are completely tangible and measurable. The big headline number is this one. We're talking about a reduction of up to 50% in unplanned downtime. Let that sink in. That's cutting the number of those dreaded out-of-service signs in half. And what does that really mean? It means fewer frustrated guests for sure, but it also means fewer frantic phone calls and logistical nightmares for your staff.
It just means a smoother, more reliable experience for everyone, which is exactly how you protect a hotel's reputation.
But believe me, the benefits go way deeper than just that number. For any hotel manager, this system pretty much eliminates your worst nightmare, getting that call that a guest is trapped in an elevator. It also gives you complete transparency. You get these detailed condition reports that prove your equipment is safe and perfectly maintained. And maybe the best part for the bottom line, by catching all these little issues super early, you actually prolong the life of this incredibly expensive piece of equipment. That is a huge financial win, plain and simple. So, here's the bottom line. We've taken this critical piece of the hotel experience, something that used to be a major source of risk, and we've turned it into a predictable, totally transparent asset. And that brings me to my final thought for you, as you look towards your own careers. We've just seen how the elevator has been totally reinvented. So my question to you is, what other black boxes are out there in hotel operations? Think about it. The HVAC systems, the plumbing. What else is just waiting for this kind of intelligent, predictive transformation? Because that's the future that you are all going to be building.